This week from the internet, Maximum Marvel Legends Spider-Man battles his arch nemesis, Sticker Shocker. When do toys become too expensive to collect? Plus, Walmart sets sail for Crazy Town, slashing prices to the bone. And Nacelle updates fans on the status of their Star Trek toys after Master Replicas sets phasers to ho? That's the Reluctant Adult Podcast. Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who let the dogs out, Bill.
Hi, everyone. That's right. Who let this dog out?
Who let him out? Who let him out?
Who let her out?
Who let her out? Look at that thing. You gonna hold her the whole show?
Maybe. At the break, I'll probably let her loose.
At the break, okay.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair to the dog.
She's sleepy.
Aw. She's still
tired.
on Texas time. This is late or early. I'm not sure how clocks work, but...
Well, she has a lot of her energy used up because it's so cold up here.
Oh, it's so
gotta
cold,
conserve
yeah.
it. Yes, she's not used to it.
No, I bet not. No. Did you get her a little sweater or something?
She has some sweaters, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She
ate them? What? They're gone now?
No.
What happened to them? What happened to
She
the
didn't need it
sweaters?
right now. She's warm. She doesn't need it.
She's warm.
She's just
You got
tired.
it.
She's tired.
She's just sleeping. You sure she's okay? Take her to the vet yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
We'll get her there.
I'm sure she's fine. What name did you settle on?
Winnie,
because
Winnie.
of Halloween, honey, and all these other convoluted reasons.
Yes, it all made sense.
It all made sense at the time. Yeah.
At the end, it made sense.
Well,
And we're
very
going to
good.
get
So
her DNA tested, so we're going to find out what she is.
If she's a large rat from Mexico, sometimes that happens.
Right.
And sometimes they're not actually dogs. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
What are you?
You're a good girl. She already knows how to sit, and she plays fetch very well.
Oh
She's
my
very
gosh,
well educated.
How is you
someone
have another
from
dog?
Texas.
How's your other dog?
He's hanging in there.
Acclimating.
If this ever goes anywhere, we'll send you some pictures of his general reaction to her, because
If this ever goes anywhere, what does that mean?
I don't know if this is like a clip that
If
is
this
ever aired
podcast
on...
makes it to the air,
No.
that's not ominous sounding at all. We've had 274 other episodes make it to air, so I'm hopeful.
Fair enough.
I'm hopeful this one will make it, but I guess we'll find out. I don't know. This is I'm just looking at my luxurious hair because I'm probably gonna get a cut pretty soon. So this will be the last week I
nice.
have like these little tendrils just like hanging in my face. But if I turn it this way, you can't really see it, so it's not a big deal.
No.
My hair is all messy. Anyway, all right, let's get right into it because we have a lot of news to talk about this week, and then I have some fun show and tell after the break. So I thought what we do is we would talk about what I feel like is the big story of the week, because they've been building it up. We finally know how much this stupid Maximum Marvel Legends Spider-Man is going to cost. But before we say that, do you remember when X-Men action figures used to cost $5?
Toy Biz?
Yeah,
Toy
Biz.
Toy Biz Marvel Legends
yeah.
ones, or like
Not even Marvel Legends. I'm just saying X-Men.
X-Men. Like, God, I remember
X-Men.
getting them for like 3 for $10.
Well, KB
point.
had
But
some
yes,
crazy like going out of
They
business.
did,
They always had those
of course.
bins. There's
Love
like
the
famous
bins.
stories about the WWE or WWF Hasbros that were 3 for
Yeah.
$10, and now they're worth like $300 per. But no,
Right.
it's just funny like where we came from. Like I feel like $5 was pretty much baseline for toys back in the day.
You got a lot of figure for $5.
You got a lot of figure accessories, maybe a card, just
Action
a lot of fun.
feature maybe
An
was
action
slipped in there.
feature. Sometimes you could
Yeah.
send away for a Mojo or something. There was some
Yeah,
deal
from
at
Toys
one
R
point.
Us.
Toys
Yeah,
R Us.
Mojo. Yes, or
So
Beast.
obviously
Beast was another one.
Beast was like a giveaway. That's how you got him at first.
Yeah.
But then eventually he became just his own SKU, right? I didn't just have him from that. Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like I would have taken better care of him.
No, there was a promotion. There was a Toys R Us promotion where you could either get, one was Beast, and then one was one of the Acolytes, like Magneto's Acolytes.
Yeah. Well, then eventually toys started, everything got more expensive. And then toy technology.
Do you remember what you had to do in order to get those promos? It was like you had to spend $25 in participating items.
And like one trip, and then you had to walk up to where you get your bike or your video games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fine.
I was like, oh, darn. 5 figures and I get a 6th one for free?
What do you need?
Mom!
Yeah. So then obviously, everything got more expensive. Toy technology increased. So it's like, more money for engineering. And, we had Marvel Legends. I don't remember how much we were paying for those first Marvel Legends that came with the comic.
$10.
That's it? $10?
That was it. $10.
That's it?
10 bones.
And then eventually it must have gone up to 15, or did it go right up to 20? Because 20 is I remember it.
I think there was a bridge. I think it was 15 at some
probably.
Point. Had to
and now we're at 25. Yeah. Now we're 25. You don't even get a Build-A-Figure. It's pretty bad out there. But
and then you
Hasbro
get said in between everything else.
Yeah, sometimes they'll do some like larger and then like 2-packs. They really tried that for a while, and Target like put them all on clearance. Nobody wanted that shit. But now we are at a new level. We have the Maximum Spider-Man, which let's break down what this Spider-Man comes with, because it's not like it comes with a ton of shit.
I would say it's nothing groundbreaking. Like, you're really not
because they've done so well already with the regular figures. I mean, I guess it's a new sculpt, but like, who cares? We have plenty of perfectly fine.
This is basically the Spider-Man for the guy or girl, whomever, who has never bought the Spider-Man. Doesn't have any Spider-Man.
You've held out.
There might be one person
years.
on Earth.
This is it. You've saved all your shekels. Well, it's funny because somebody posted a picture of like the best Spider-Man, and it changes every couple of months. Like Pizza Spider-Man for a while was the Spider-Man you had to have, and then there was the animated Spider-Man, which I have, which I think is a beautiful figure to keep on card. And then there was the 2-pack with Spider-Woman, which was the new best Spider-Man, and now this is it. But you're gonna have to pay for it because Hasbro would like you to pay $50. Come on down and get your Maximum Spider-Man for $50.
Yeah,
$50. What do you think about that?
$50.
What are your thoughts?
$50. You have import figures that do a serviceable job. The people have been paying that kind of money for. This is a domestic release, so I think as long as the quality's there and you're getting the extras,
you think this is fine? You think this is fine?
No, I don't think it's fine. I think looking at the market, looking at imports and comparing it to imports, then it's doing its job. But will I pay $50 for this? No, because I have enough Spider-Man in my life that I don't need.
Enough. Yeah. I have a lot of Spider-Man. There's still
it's just tough.
I have my Tom. No, this isn't Tom Holland. This is the other guy. This is
Andrew Garfinkel.
Garfield. This probably would have been the best.
Why does it look
Spider-Man.
Why does it look like it's? What did you do to him?
Remember, I took his hair off for my Severance custom.
Well, he looks like sickly.
Yeah, he does.
Sickly Bilbo Baggins.
He doesn't.
No, Frodo Baggins. Like
his hair came out in clumps.
He looks like his hair is. Hey, I was thinking about your
rough a little bit.
Your John Turturro figure.
Oh, really? Do you find a better one?
Speaking of your Severance figures.
Yep.
If you go look up the Marvel Legends Forge figure, but you have to deal with the bandana.
Ooh. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that's hard. I'm trying to do minimal customizing here. I just want to pop on.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Well, while we're on this tangent, I do want to mention a couple of things. I don't really have a full-fledged update on my Severance customs for this week, but a couple of pieces of potential news. The actor who plays Mr. Milchek, I think his last name is Trillman or something like that. He is fantastic. He's really having a breakout career now because of this. There was a rumor, unsubstantiated, but still a rumor, that he could step in and replace Jonathan Majors, or Myers, one of those, as Kang in the MCU. That's a thing that could happen, but probably won't. There was like rumblings
stuff around.
There was rumblings about like they were gonna bring him back because I don't know why, just to like be like to close those loops.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Well, listen, didn't vote hard enough. You didn't vote hard enough. We're all in this together. But potentially years down the road, there could be just like a fantastic Milchek head that I could just pop on whatever custom I have.
Oh, sure.
We might have official Severance action figures at that point. But I can't. Let me see if I can find this. The other piece of news is that someone posted a Marvel Legends figure that is probably the best I'm gonna get in terms of a female like office looking figure, and it is Moira MacTaggart. Is that how you pronounce it? MacTaggart?
Moira MacTaggart.
She came in a set. It looks like I don't even know. It's a long purple leg, but she's just wearing like a mini skirt and a purple sweater, and she has alternate arms to switch out between wearing a lab coat.
Right.
So this is probably, like I said, there's not going to be a Marvel Legends figure. I mean, maybe if they do one from a movie, but like from comics, probably not. So I got to get this figure to see if I can make my Helly R, but she's not like super cheap. I love it. If anybody has a Moira MacTaggart Marvel Legends and they just wanted it for the Build-A-Figure, send it my way. I still have this Black Widow 2-pack with a motorcycle that I got to check how long I have before I can return it, because I if it doesn't work, I'm not keeping it. I don't want it. But I got to start moving on some of this stuff. This week I took off from customizing my Severance figures for whatever reason. But it's my ADHD. I'm only excited for a project for about 2 weeks, and then if it's not done by then, I'm not going to do it anymore. But let's go back to Spider-Man for a second. So you're not going to get this figure. Now, here's the thing with American releases. They're sold through Amazon, Walmart. And this week we saw Walmart have some crazy sales. So it's not out of the question that you could eventually obtain this figure for less than $50.
Right.
Which would be my hope. I'd like to have it just because it looks fine. But like I don't love the Peter Parker head they chose. It's just not. I don't know what I would prefer.
Yeah,
but it's not.
This is a good test for Hasbro to see what the toy collector will pay.
Well, that's my biggest concern. We kind of saw it
with, of course, but if it fails, it only fails by one unit. It doesn't fail by a total line. And they can always fall back on their existing legends. Unlike starting lineup, which they had so much bankrolled on for that price.
Very true.
And then it didn't happen. So will we see this at Ollie's? Probably not. But
I feel like the fact that
Walmart sale
was pretty good. Yeah, all right. Let's just talk about the Walmart then. I don't really have any pictures to show.
No, that's okay. I was just... There was so much... And I got absolutely nothing, because what the hell was up with this sale?
Okay. So it was just a random, like, people started posting like, oh, this Ultimate WWE Triple H is on sale for $16, usually $30. There's like a bunch of G.I. Joes that are like $10 or something. The Street Shark, one of the Street Sharks was like $11. It was just
couple of them
so random.
Black Series, Mr. Beast Labs were all on sale for half off.
Those were on sale. Those were like the only things that kept being on sale. I think that was like
I had so much stuff in my cart.
You said you had like $100 out the door, but like $300 worth of stuff.
I had $300 worth of stuff, and I was only at like 110.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm still looking because I was still looking for stuff. They need to tell me when this ends. It was over the next. I go back The next
But you would have
day,
had free shipping anyway. It's not like you needed to hit the threshold.
I know there was no. I think it was just bundling. I don't know what the story was. I got nothing though. I got nothing except disappointment.
What were you most excited to have? You look like
honestly,
you look like Dr. Evil there petting your
yes.
or Dr. Claw. That's what it is. You look like Dr. Claw.
Oh, Dr. Claw.
Oh, but the camera should be behind you, so we never know what you look like.
Yes.
Is that what it is, or it was just like panned down on the cat?
It was
his gauntlet.
It was the back of his head from the chair, and then it was his lap with the cat, and then his fist.
Right.
It would always scare the cat.
And he would talk like this. But then the toy revealed he was just some wacky looking white guy.
Yeah.
With like cotton candy hair, like your classic mad scientist looking friend.
Yeah, right.
That was like, I don't know if that's canon though. I don't know if the toy is canon. We need to get to the bottom of that. Dr. Claw. Yeah. So what was like what was in your cart that you were most excited to get?
What was in my cart that I was pumped for? I mean, I was buying a bunch of the Mr. Beast Lab stuff for the kid.
Oh, you were?
It's good to just like the little swarms.
Is that not still on clearance?
The swarm stuff, not the figure.
Like the little minifigures.
The little minifigs. Those are everywhere in my house right now.
Okay.
And those just remind me of Trash Bag Bunch, so I can get behind.
Well, 100%. 100%.
So like the $25 packs were like $10 a piece, and it was like, that's great because you get a good amount for $10. So I had a few of those, and you can spread that stuff out throughout the year for like small gifts and prizes and things. Easter, exactly.
The Red Hulk, the whole Captain America crew was like $20 each, or if not less.
And I think I sent it. The Hulk was still on sale. And then he was gone, and then that was the first start of things starting to disappear from the cart. Mostly that was, but I didn't have any. I missed. There's some good deals on GI Joe. I missed some of those.
The Turtles, those like remastered Turtles, were $10 or less than that.
My cart was mostly all Turtles stuff, which then my son. This was the biggest problem. My son told me that he didn't like Turtles anymore.
Oh, heartbreaking.
And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" Because at the time I had, and they're like, stuff. I'm not paying $10 for the high school Turtles.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
But they were like $3. They were like $3.
Oh yeah, they were super cheap.
And I was
like, they have all four, or they just have the two?
They have the two now, but they're making the other two.
Well, sure.
And then I had that disguise pack.
Yeah,
which was only $15. I think I had the Halloween set for $20, the Monsters set for $20.
I don't even know what that is.
From the 2000 series.
I don't know.
No, okay.
That's okay.
Well, they have a set that's like an homage to those old Universal Monsters style.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. These are re-released.
Yeah, they are.
Right. I thought you were still talking about like Tales.
And that was $20.
Gotcha. Yeah,
it was $20. I showed you. It was mostly Turtles, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't really like Turtles. I just like the bad guys in Turtles." And I was like, "You and your bad guys, man."
Yeah, what the hell?
He's just a villain.
Some people just like to see the world burn.
Yeah, that's him.
And then you just didn't click. Was it the next day? Because
it was literally the next morning. I went on and I was like, "Here it is." I was at work. I was about to click go, and it was like over $300, and I was like, "Wait, what happened?"
You waited until the next day at work. These sales don't last days.
This
was like a mistake. Like an intern punched in the wrong button, and all these sales
guess so. Up. Someone got fired over this. I know.
I would hope. Everybody else is getting fired. Why not Walmart people? Well, I think in the end you probably were fine because if you really wanted any of it,
it wasn't stuff I needed. At the end.
Nothing you needed. Nothing you needed. Wasn't something important like a Mondo Ghostbuster or something.
I got into the basement today, and literally I don't need a thing. Like, I'm putting stuff in piles to get rid of at this point.
Oh, let's let's transition to that because I likewise am sitting on a pile of things I do not want, or like would rather have the monetary value of. So I picked a closet and I started pulling things out one by one. And the eBay app is amazing because all you have to do is scan, take a picture of the barcode on the item if it's in the box, and it pulls up that item in listings. And then you can, what I do is I go to sold listings to see how much it's selling for. And then if you scroll down a bit, you can sell, or on the sold listings, it might be right at the top. It says, click sell one like this. And then it just creates the auction for you. And then you can populate it with your photos or change any of the text. It even has AI to write the description for you, which is a huge time saver. Like, you can really power through these. So I took pictures of I think 70 items, and they're all sitting in my eBay as drafts. So I went through them one by one to publish them to make sure all the numbers were right. And I remember back in the day, 10 years ago, or even during the pandemic, so 5 years ago, you would post stuff and you would immediately start getting offers. Because the way I do it is I post things higher than I think they will actually sell for, because I want people to send me their best offer, because sometimes people will be so desperate they will pay the price you're asking. I used to get offers that night. I've not received a single offer for anything that I've listed. I have the most views, not even watchers, views. I have 25 views on one thing. It's what the hell happened to eBay? What is going on? This is not okay. Are people just using Facebook Marketplace so much as buyers? This is crazy.
I do enjoy the marketplace. It's fun.
Yeah. I gave away a couple of things today, like a telescope that we got. I think we got it for free. I gave it away because we never used it. And then this other giant, it was supposed to be for if you go to trade shows and do presentations, it's a build out background with all this stuff, but it didn't, and I got this for free too, but it didn't come with all the pieces, so it was pointless. So it's just had this giant suitcase that's 4 feet tall sitting in my shed taking up space. So I put that out there and somebody grabbed that too.
Good.
But this is all to say, go look up at Toy Sailboat on eBay, and if you see anything on there that you want, send me a message through here, not through eBay. Don't message me through eBay, because eBay doesn't like you doing side deals because they don't get paid for that. But you know how to contact us. Send us an email, leave us a message on Instagram. We'll work out a deal. I want this stuff out of my house. So some of the things the Power Ranger stuff, anything that's Tommy related, I'm gonna try to get the most money for that, because I honestly I'd rather keep it. Some of the stuff I don't mind keeping, but if someone wants to pay enough for it, you got to make me a deal that I can't refuse. But yeah, definitely check out Toy Sailboat on eBay. I don't know how you look up usernames or account names or whatever, but you can figure it out. You're smart. I believe in you. So that's good. Let's go back to my Blue Sky. Oh, well, since we're using Blue Sky, follow me. You could. It's funny because I post all the stuff we're going to talk about in the show Saturday night, so you can get a head, a sneak peek at all the stuff.
Right.
I am at This Guy Collects. At Blue Sky or whatever. So figure that out. Let's talk about some Star Trek. Get your gears rolling.
Ooh,
so,
get me talking.
This other company, and we know that Nacelle is doing Star Trek. We're going to get to them in a second. But this other company, Master Replicas, they decided that they are going to... Right. Where have they been? Have they made toys before? They make props?
They're props, yeah. They're your go-to back in late to early 2000s.
So they've decided they're going to do some Star Trek. Now, I don't know how that works. Maybe the scale is different, because these are 4.5-inch action figures.
I feel
you can see they're doing, is it Lower Decks? Is that what the cartoon is called?
That's Lower Decks right there, yes. Yeah, so I feel as though, I think the license that Master Replica has right now is specifically for the newer product.
That's what it seems like.
Stuff that's airing on Paramount Plus.
Right.
Because we're not seeing anything from the old CBS
Who is this
era
tall drink of water Spock? Is that Spock?
Right.
Who is
this? That's Spock from Strange New Worlds.
What is Strange New Worlds?
That is so we had Star Trek Discovery, which everyone either really liked or really hated. And then there were a couple episodes with Captain Christopher Pike, who was the captain of the Enterprise before James T. Kirk. he showed up as well as
Okay.
Spock from before he met.
This is a
Captain
prequel
Kirk there.
series to the original Star Trek.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, and that's like a new show that's airing.
Yeah. So it's about to air its 3rd season. It's a lot of fun. It's a little goofy. It's probably like if you were to watch Star Trek, Paul, this would probably be your Star Trek.
This is a good starter Star Trek for me.
I would say it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Gateway Star Trek. Is the guy that's tall?
Fun.
Is he super tall in the
Right?
show? Is this accurate? Because look at him next to Picard here.
I see him next to
another species.
I see him. Right.
That's
No, I know. There's something wild going on there. I get it. I get it.
The hips, there's not a lot of below the waist with these fellows. Like they got real short pelvis sections.
They do.
It looks a little uncomfortable. But again, these are tiny guys, so that scares me a little bit with these thin limbs on the lower deck guys. But not my problem. So that's all well and fine. They announced these this week, which then prompted Brian Volkweiss, our good friend Brian Volkweiss from Nacelle, to be like, "Hey guys, remember us? We're doing Star Trek too. Don't forget about us." He made a video. He said that
we're still waiting.
We're waiting, and he says you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to pre-order Series 1. So he made this video, and very slyly behind him had some photos of other Star Trek figures that have not been announced yet. So let's take a look through these. Who is this friend up here?
Well, no, he's been announced. That's the That's the crewman from Wrath of Khan. He's there.
What about this guy? This is Sulu, right?
We have Captain Sulu from
with a
Star
nice
Trek,
little teacup and a
Star
plate?
Trek: The Undiscovered Country. Very nice.
Is that the one with the whales?
No, that's the Voyage Home. That's a great one.
Okay. Who's this guy? This guy looks familiar.
That is Scott Bakula from Star Trek Enterprise.
There you go. I think also we can confirm they decided to go no torso joint. No torso joint. That's what it looks like anyways. I think that's smart.
Okay.
I think that's a much better looking sculpt.
Oh, look at that.
What about this friend sort of hidden by the logo? Do we know who this is?
We had him. Yeah, we've had him. That's Captain Jellicoe.
New.
He's not new. It's Captain Jellicoe.
Captain Angelica. Good. Well, now this man is hidden by a couple of sticky notes. Can we infer from this silhouette?
I can't tell.
Looks like he's got no sleeves.
Yeah, that's Commander Sticky Note McGee.
Okay, cool.
From Star Trek Blibberblab.
What about this friend here?
That's Wei Yun from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He was previously announced.
We knew about that?
Yes, we did.
So really, is Scott Bakula new? Is that the only new one?
Scott Bakula is new, and I think Captain Sulu must have been. You know what though? I feel like these were the pipeline ones that they showed.
Oh, okay.
They had just the actor image.
Gotcha.
So these must be the digital renders. I do like how he's holding his cup of tea.
It's a little bizarre, but that's probably the best you can do with toys.
You can remember George Takei was always a fun soundbite on the Howard Stern show.
Oh my.
Oh my. And then he'd also go, "Young wet bitches." That was awesome.
Oh, that was him? That's funny. I didn't realize. So what Brian says is that something that's going to be really fun with the first set once the pre-orders go up are the accessories. So we already see here, if we're getting a teacup, just imagine what other blink and you miss it sort of accessories you could get. So that's fun. Obviously we wish him well. We want these to do well. We want them to do better than the stuff that's at Walmart right now that seems to be going on clearance. But hey, you got to try. And like he said, he doesn't need to make $1 million off of every toy line. He needs to make $1. If he can make $1, if the toy line can be profitable, then he can make more of them. So that's what we want. Make these toys profitable.
And I think the community is hungry for some good Star Trek action figures. I think
so. I think so. And not the 4-inch. They want the big boys. Oh my.
Oh my.
Let's see if there's anything else quick. All right, let's end the first half with this. So we've been talking a lot about Polly Pocket, Mighty Max, like bring that stuff back, and toy companies, they're slowly listening. So this is the latest that I've seen from Playmates. These are Ninja Turtle heads. It says they're 2.5 inches, which is pretty small.
That is dainty.
You open up the head, and you got
Is that
a tiny,
2.5
teeny tiny
height?
playset.
Or width?
I have no idea. I mean, who knows?
Okay.
Girth, circumference, who knows? It's small. We'll see him in person, but it must be small because these are minimally detailed figures. Although it does look like they're holding their weapons,
right?
But not like the sculpts are just very straightforward. Like not a lot of character in the sculpts. Not like Mighty Max where they made them. They had a lot of character in those tiny sculpts. These are like, and I think they made them articulated, which was a choice, good or bad, we'll find out. But the playset itself is very simple, and it uses stickers, which is something Mighty Max never really did. It's like very flat surfaces with stickers, and then there's like a water tower, and then this looks like a dumpster with a missile that could shoot out of a golden maybe fire hydrant. I'm not sure.
That's how I put my trash out.
That's how. If you're throwing away your fire hydrant launcher, try to get that in there. And then there's a little ramp that pops out for a skateboard. You know,
of course.
We'll see. I mean, these are very simple.
Yeah,
and they also have Raph.
Okay.
Has a bridge and a sewer. Yeah. Mikey also has a skateboard.
This is all table play. You know, this is, hey, give the kid something to play with while we're going out to dinner. Hey, go play with your Mikey.
You gotta lose all the pieces. You gotta play with it in a car. You're not gonna be able to find
Nobody
it.
cares. Kids don't care these days about pieces. It's just us.
They care.
Us zillennials who give two craps about the pieces.
Are we zillennials? I thought we were elderly millennials. What is the
we're
Z?
Zillennials. Gen X.
What is Gen X? I don't
we're on
feel
the cusp.
like I'm Gen X.
We always
I don't
have
feel
this.
like I'm Gen X.
We're cuspy.
I don't feel.
We're cuspy millennials. Yes.
I do feel cuspy. I do feel a little cuspy. Well, that's good for now. When we get back, we're gonna have some fun show and tell. So get ready for that.
Get ready, dog.
So last week, if you watched our show on YouTube, I put in a little secret video at the beginning because after we recorded later in the week, I got a package that was 2 years in the making, or at least in the waiting. Other people were making it. So if you listen to the show, you know I'm a fan of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast with Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, formerly WWE superstars Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. They love action figures. They love action figures of themselves. They've been on the hunt to make the perfect wrestling action figures. Super 7 took a crack at it. Those were pretty good. They partnered with this newish company, Powertown, who was doing older wrestlers from before. Maybe there was even TV. Very old. So they were going to be the most modern talent. The figures went up for pre-order 2 years ago. We finally started getting them this week as a make good for the wait. Powertown crafted this commemorative coin. It's in this little baggie. I'll just keep it in there because it's hard to open. You can see that right there. That's very nice. There's on one side you have Matt Cardona.
Wow.
You can see that's like a figure. It's like being a weatherman looking at the camera because it's backwards to what I'm doing. Matt Cardona and then Brian Myers on this side. Very cool. It's nice, you know. And they also gave us that free figure. So Powertown, you know, really doing the most they can. You know, we understand it's hard. It was worth the wait, though. It was worth the wait. Here we have the 2-pack. I'm going to back up a little bit so this camera can get a nice shot of the box. There it is. Very nice packaging. I'm going to open this up. I already did. One piece of tape holds each side closed. We were talking earlier about the cost of toys with that Maximum Spider-Man, $50. This set was $100. $50. These are $50 figures. These are $50 figures. Look at that tan. Good Lord. Let me compare him to just, here's the football guy I have. Look at the tan on that guy. Good Lord.
Oh my.
That is wild. They went the extra mile to get
He looks very,
to get these
oily.
guys. He's a little shiny. I mean, not really. I think
It's like-
I think I have the lights on, so he's gonna get reflective. He doesn't look shiny in person.
It's like what your hope is when like the plastic starts to break down, he just gets naturally greasy.
That would be nice. Yeah, so I don't have to rub the baby oil on. So this is Matt Cardona. It's got some good art. It's got good articulation. It's got solid articulation. It's got the nice torso ball joint. Waist is just a twist.
Yeah.
Ball shoulders, single bend elbows and knees, which is fine because they have elbow pads, so that kind of restricts it anyways. The heads I think look really good. They use the traditional painting. They don't do the inkjet whatever. But I mean, look at the fade on the hair. Very nicely done.
You wish that they were more expressive than just that neutral.
Well, I always like to have one head that's like pretty straightforward, but they each come with at least an alternate head. So the alternate head for Matt Cardona has the tongue out. Look at that. That's pretty expressive right enough. There.
Yeah, okay.
If you're looking for an expression, blah, that's what he looks like. Let's get him in focus. There we go. My fingernails.
That tongue. Wow,
look at that.
Nicely sculpted tongue.
That is a very nicely sculpted tongue. That is like
that
very
commercial from
accurate.
the Super Bowl.
Which one? The What's Up?
No, they had one.
Which one are you talking
Super
about?
Bowl. It was a commercial with the tongues, and then the tongues.
All I know is that the Tubi commercial where they had hats made of skin. It was horrible. Brian Myers figure also good.
The Temu commercial, and we were like, Temu.
Oh my God, what happened to Temu? They can't afford Super Bowl commercials anymore. What happened to them? Brian Myers looks great. Brian Myers, his Super 7 head was real bad. So this one is very good. I still think the WWE Mattel head is probably the best likeness for him, but this one's very good. He comes with another head with screaming, and then a third head because he was doing this entrance where he wore.
I like that. What do they call the uniform that they wear? Is it a singlet?
Yeah, singlet. You don't like the singlet?
I don't like his.
Oh, I don't know. He's got his
white
Power Ranger colors here.
The top looks like he's wearing a bikini. That's all. I'm sorry.
It does look like he's wearing a bikini.
It's kind of
distracting.
It looks. It's just distracting.
It's a little bikini-y. I can see it. He's got some nice pecs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just
I don't disagree.
Me.
Well, let's see if we move his because it got black under there. Is that? You know what, man? That really looks like he's wearing just the top of a bikini. The bikini top.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Brian.
The figure.
I'm sorry, Brian. You're wearing a bikini top.
I can't unsee it.
Yeah. What about from the back? Oh, even the back. Yeah. That doesn't help at all. There's more sports bra on the back, but
yeah. He's very pecky. That's all. I don't know.
Hilarious. Another fun thing. They each came with at least one championship belt. Here's the TNA.
You're a big fan of belts. How do the belts stack up?
I'm a belt collector. These are probably the best, like what's the word? Mass produced. Probably the best mass produced titles. The strap I had a little trouble with because it's got like little holes that you push the two little pegs through. I did finally get it, but you got to play with it a little bit. It's not super easy. Oh my God, the soft goods robe that they gave for Matt Cardona. Look at this. It's shiny. It feels like velvet. It is unbelievable. This is like
nice.
This is worth $50 right here.
It has its own little mannequin.
This is how much you would pay
in there.
It's got a little plastic piece so that it holds the shape in the box.
Right.
Look at that.
That's nice.
Oh, fantastic. And then this is cute. Put these guys up here so don't. These are sold out and going for like hundreds of dollars on eBay, so I don't want to break them. When am I getting a weird sound now? I hope that doesn't happen. Can you see the different hands they come with? They all fell out.
No, oh my God.
They all fell out.
No. I just paid hundreds of dollars for this.
It's going for
hundreds of dollars.
Did
Can't lose a single hand.
Okay. One of the
Nothing's
hands I
left.
wanted to show stayed. Look, it's a middle finger.
Oh, that's what you
cover
get
my head.
with a small company.
There you
just
go.
Selling directly
Flipping
to
you
the
off.
fans.
Flipping you off.
I don't think I've ever
So they each
seen a
come
middle
with
finger
two.
action figure hand.
I want to say that one of the Super 7s did it.
Did okay.
Like the more recent one, the expensive one that nobody bought. But this is great. I feel like I'm getting interference on my mic. I'm not sure why. Let me plug this in. There it goes. All right. My cable was a little loose. So these are great. Big fan of the so let's talk about the quality, the construction of the figure. They are a weird in the realm of wrestling action figures. They're unique because they're definitely not made to be played with. Not that I feel like they would break, but they're so solid. They almost feel like they're made of a hard material that would chip.
Oh.
Like I don't want to drop them.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to be banging them on a mat or something. But so it's like I don't know that I would want all my wrestling figures to be like this.
Right.
But for like very special ones that you come with all the bells and whistles, because this is the ultimate version of these characters. Talking about Maximum Spider-Man, these are the maximum versions of the major wrestling figure podcast.
Can you make the Cardona head lick the inside of the Tony Hawk chest?
Tony Hawk chest.
Or
Tony
whatever
Hawk.
his name is. I don't know.
Kurt Hawkins?
Brian
Myers.
Oh.
B-R-I-N. All right. What do you want? What do you want to have happen? What's he doing?
No.
Oh, what's he? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Is that what you're asking for?
That's what I wanted to see. Yes, that was it.
Oh,
perfect. Thank you.
Motorbone, son of a gun. That's the camera angle right there. It's hard because it's reverse. I can put it on my right hand. There he goes. Where he's going downtown. Oh, they're not going to like this review. They're not going to like it one bit.
Well, good thing this isn't a live show because they'll never know. You can just delete it.
No, hell no. This is why Tom Cruise won't provide his likeness to an action figure because he's afraid someone would do shit like this. Could you imagine what someone would do with a Tom Cruise action figure?
So much.
Jumping up and down on that couch. My Severance Mark S looks just like Tom Cruise, I feel like. They obviously used him as a reference for Zamat, Tomox, whatever. So I'll have some other footage under here of like unboxing them that I took last week. So you get the full picture.
Oh, sweet.
Hopefully everything recorded correctly. That was a fun little experience. So moving from one wrestling topic to another, Spencer Powers turned heel. Now, do you know what it means to turn heel in wrestling?
Doesn't that mean that you're like a douchey character at that point? Like you're a bad guy. You're a bad guy. You're the bad guy. Yeah.
So Spencer Powers, aka Pixel Dan,
right?
Crowd fan favorite for the longest time, and sometimes when you are a career fan favorite, you get kind of boring. You get bored of being a good guy. People get bored of cheering you.
Yeah.
So this week, Pixel Dan posted a link. Spencer Powers turns heel on his Chicago or Central Illinois crowd, and I want to take a look at this. I want to watch this with you. I'm gonna jump right to when it happens. You get this little preamble.
Well, now I'm thinking.
Okay. Is he coming in? So this match is going on. Apparently someone was attacked in the back, and then you could see this mysterious figure momentarily. Oh no, he's already in the ring. Never mind. So he already did something. He caused the good guys to lose, I think. You see, he's got a mic there.
Asked a very important question.
Important question.
Who took out Casey Jackson?
Who did it? Who took him out?
Who took out Casey Jackson?
Yeah, we want to know. Who was it, Pixel Dan?
It was me, you idiots!
Oh, he called them idiots. He called the crowd idiots.
It was me!
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Oh.
Let me tell you all exactly who I am.
He's a little...
I am the man whose last show I stood in this ring.
Wait, what?
And I defeated Swoggle.
You defeated Swoggle. It's true.
Swoggle.
He defeated Matt Cardona. You gonna throw his name out there?
But was I granted the main event?
Oh, he didn't get the main event.
Was
He got
I
overlooked.
featured in the promo packages?
Oh, his voice cracked. That's embarrassing. It's hard. It's hard to do live.
Trauma
Anything.
Units was given the spotlight at that show.
Oh, the spotlight. That's him. He's the spotlight. You can't give someone else the spotlight.
No.
I'm gonna tell you all this again.
Uh-oh, he's pointing his finger.
I am the spotlight.
He's the spotlight. It was me.
I am Central Illinois Pro Wrestling.
I thought he said
I
sexual
always
Illinois.
have
said
always will
Central
be.
Illinois.
Sensual Illinois.
Sensual Illinois.
See, I don't. Whenever I hear of Illinois, it's never sensual. Never.
Will
No.
be the spotlight.
There you go.
Oh,
Ba-na, 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 ba-na. Shh. He turns to like the 10 side of the ring.
he sounds so petty. He sounds so petty.
The
Let
real
someone else
Pixel
have the
Dan
spotlight.
bleeding through. I know, let someone else have the spotlight. Come
Yeah.
on. What more are you going to do? You know,
Right?
He turned heel on that Chicago crowd or Central Illinois crowd. He also turned heel on He-Man in general because people were talking about those leaked photos that
Yeah.
I maybe have a picture of. There we go.
Yeah,
So
there we
this was
go.
a tweet. This was a Blue Sky post from Pixel Dan where he writes, "Hope we're ready for some modern day Earth hijinks." Sword looks good though. So here's a picture of this actor that I don't remember his name. And he is He-Man, and he's wearing the Prince. What's the guy's name?
Adam.
What's his Prince?
Prince Adam.
Prince Albert colors. Sword looks
Yes.
good. Sword does look good. So Dan was having a conversation with our other friend Dan about how Mattel was saying that they're trying to take the formula that worked for Barbie, which is like a toy awakens in the real world, and make that work for He-Man too, which on the surface is like, no, what? But if you think about it, that's basically what the first Thor movie was. Like
It was
Thor
what
wakes
the
up on
first-
Earth.
Right.
And we loved the first Thor movie. So why wouldn't
Do
it work
we?
here? I think that's fantastic.
Okay.
I like the first Thor. I think I did.
I like the third.
Well,
Thor. It's not
The
tough
second
to say.
Thor, we can all agree, was the worst. Whatever the
was
Dark
not that great.
Kingdom.
The second,
was
the
bad.
third
I need
one.
to go back.
The fourth one was terrible.
The fourth one. Oh, the most
Yeah.
recent one with Christian Bale.
Right.
Yeah, that was bad.
No, yes.
It was just a miss. Well, if you don't like the new Thor movie, no, I'm sorry. If you don't like the new He-Man movie, you can support the Kickstarter for the fan-made He-Man movie.
that
Look at this.
Roboto.
Is this more up your alley, Pixel Dan? Is this what you're looking for? You got Roboto. I think Man at Arms look great. So it's like this is
Yes.
very accurate. This is probably as accurate as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's still super corny. Like this isn't
Right.
gonna work. Nobody's gonna buy this. You got Brian Cage over here in a furry panties. Like this doesn't work, guys. If this is what you are dreaming of as a box office mass market He-Man, keep dreaming because it's not gonna happen. Nobody is dumb enough. I mean, people are pretty dumb, but they're not dumb enough to put this in theaters and be like, yeah. But maybe this is what it looks like on Eternia, and then you jump forward to Earth, and then most of the movies on Earth, it's more grounded. We could take that.
Yeah.
We could accept that a little bit, and then combine them. So, we'll see. You know how I feel about
Courtney
He-Man.
Cox there.
Little Courtney Cox action would be great. You know,
Yeah.
the cast, they keep announcing new people for the cast, and it's a good cast. So I'm not writing off the He-Man movie by any means. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if it's in theaters or on straight to Prime, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like the Prince
think it'll
Adam
be fine.
colors, but he's not. It's like a shirt. It's like a button-up shirt.
Yeah, he just went to Abercrombie and picked that up.
Yes. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure they dressed him. Whoever finds him.
Oh, do you
I'm
think
sure it
he's
was a couple of
Do you
ladies
think he's found?
him.
He's found as He-Man at like the strip club.
I don't know. I don't
See,
know.
I
But you're
guess
saying
I could
should-
get behind. I could get behind that. I think that's pretty
Yeah.
funny. Like if
they
he like
find
shows
He-Man-
up as He-Man,
What?
and then he's like,
And he's at a
"Oh,
strip
let's
club?
go." Well, I don't know. How did he get those clothes?
That's what I'm saying. You probably had a couple of ladies like in Thor that like he shows up and they're like, "Oh, you're so cute, come home with us." And like,
they just happen to have those clothes.
We'll figure out your story. No, they probably went shopping at the mall. There's a whole montage of them shopping at the mall. It's gonna be hilarious. Oh, okay. And he's gonna find someone that looks like Skeletor. It's like a Spirit Halloween, and he's gonna be like, "It's Skeletor." It's just the animatronic. It's gonna be great. We should have written this movie. We're smarter than that. So that's fun. Oh, very quickly, my wife, who I love, she made me a Severance themed Valentine. It says Lumen at the top, and it says my innie has no idea who you are, but my outie is totally in love with you. So that was great. Brownie points for that. Here, I have it right by me. If you can see it, it might be blown out, but yeah.
I can see it.
How was your Valentine's Day?
Right over my head. My Valentine's Day was pretty great. I bought myself... I've come to the conclusion that my wife might not get me something for Valentine's Day, but we did get this puppy, so I guess puppy counts as a gift.
That counts.
Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy.
Puppy love.
We love you, puppy.
I love you.
Okay, go back to bed. It's like, leave me alone. Yeah.
Go see puppy.
No, it was... I mean, I worked, but then my wife went out and got some steaks. Yeah. I cooked steaks, which was great. I'm really good at cooking those on the cast iron, so they were a hit. Cool. Yeah. So a couple steaks on the cast iron, some cauliflower and green beans. It was perfect.
Oh, look at you getting your veggies in there. That's great.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. You can eat again? You for a while there you weren't eating anything because of your sickness.
Yeah, no, I can eat again.
You can. That's fun. All right. So I saw these. Funko posted. This is Ed, and Eddie, which is a cartoon on Nickelodeon. I never watched this. I was out before that happened. But they posted these. They posted like this graphic, and I was like, what the hell are these? Because these are not Pops. In no way are these Pops other than the black eyes. But sure enough, these are Pops.
Right.
And they've just abandoned the Pop aesthetic. Like, these are not Pop heads. This is not how Pops are supposed to look.
Right.
What are we doing here?
They're just going for what they can, but I was showing you examples of other cartoon properties that were doing the same thing years ago. So
I don't like it.
Again, it's for somebody. I mean,
I'm a pop purist. I'm a pop purist. Yeah. I don't appreciate when Pops really break the other thing I don't appreciate is when they make the Ninja Turtles murderers.
Okay.
I don't like my turtles to murder people. But if you like that, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is calling on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I don't know how that game works. I imagine you have to use a gun. I don't think they have people out there with like katanas and shit. But this is also a freaky photo because these eyes are just white orbs. Like pool balls. It looks like
they're just
looks like
the cue out ball. Of the bandana.
It's not great at all.
There's no socket.
The white eyes work fine in 2D. In 3D, it is frightening as hell. Looks like they're about to roll out of their skulls.
Well, the manhole covers like squishing their head. That's what you're not understanding there. Is like they're basically crushed between the street and the manhole.
I got you. I do see.
It's like Chasmo from that Tostinos commercial.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't. I've seen there's like a creature, but I don't know enough about it.
His eye pops out, or Chasmo.
The Super Bowl happened after we recorded last week, so we can talk about it now. Were there any commercials that you liked? Because I feel like they were all bad.
They were dull.
I feel like they were all bad.
I mean, you know me. I grew up not footballing at all. I've got more of appreciation of it as an adult, but as a kid,
of course,
it was all about what movie trailers were going to come out, because we're looking at like when the internet was still in its heyday, and you were like, they're going to show the special edition. That was the big thing. Remember seeing that during the Super Bowl, the special edition
Star Wars
re-release? Yes, it was just the TV.
Oh my god!
On the screen, and it was like for an entire generation.
Yes,
you've only been able to watch it this way.
Yes,
and then the X-wing blast through it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes. Yeah. I think from that point on, I was like, commercials. And now I'm like, no. But yeah, none of them were great, but they're expensive. Nobody can pay for them. So you expect some, but
$8 million.
The weird ones is when they have to sell some time to like local during the fourth quarter, the commercials just start to diminish in terms of
Well,
quality.
I watched it on Tubi, so I don't know that I
Yes.
even got that, because how would that even work? Is it like pick
No,
up
fair
the
enough.
local wherever
Fair
it
enough.
is?
No, you're right. I watched it on Tubi as well.
Somebody said that it felt like AI made all of these, because there were 2 commercials where facial hair flew off of different people. Like
Yeah,
that was the
the
exact
Pringles.
same ad for Pringles and for Little Caesars.
Oh,
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. For all the
Yeah.
years we've had commercials, they've never done that. And then the same Super Bowl, 2 commercials.
I think they really tried to do something with that Mountain Dew Baja commercial with a seal.
With Seal?
That didn't
Yeah.
hit.
But they
It's
also
more
released it a
disturbing
week
than anything
earlier,
else.
so everybody
Yeah,
knew.
that's the other thing too with these Super Bowl. They release them a week early, and you're like, oh,
Well, they want to get their money's worth.
they do,
Gotta
of course.
Spread it out. Yeah.
Why don't they just run them after
So
the fact?
Yeah, the Super Bowl commercial is another sign of the end of the world. It's just not happening anymore.
Yeah.
But something that is happening is Mondo is releasing these real Ghostbuster action figures.
Yeah.
112, which equates to 6-inch for a normal man.
Mm-hmm.
They did Peter and Sam Hain, or Sam Swam Wayne, or whatever you
No,
say
that's
last time.
No, they did. Oh yeah, it is Sam Hain. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of.
Now we got Boogeyman, we got
Yeah.
Egon, and Egon
Yeah.
comes with. I don't know that we knew he was coming with this mini ghost. He's cute.
Yeah, so I think
He's like
isn't each one
Slimer
coming with like one of the intro ghosts from the
Yeah, I guess that's
beginning
what it is.
montage.
And he's got the like grenade. I don't remember that but I'm sure it's from an episode. Maybe like a trap
Yeah.
grenade. These are great. The fact that they're $100 per character. So you're looking at $200 right here. It's
Right.
just a non-starter for me and a lot of people. So it's like these figures might as well not even exist. Like I guess it'll be fun to see
I've
the
written them
people
off.
who do. I mean, the figure photography. Mondo did the work for you. Like you're not gonna get much better than this. They got doll furniture. It just
Yeah.
it looks fantastic. Like this is
It
all I
does.
need. Don't even release the toys. Just
No.
sell this as print art. I want to
Give me
buy
pretty
these
pictures.
as prints.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, make your book, make your coffee table, but little chairs. This is fantastic. I
Right.
want to know where they shop for their doll furniture. I love this. They kept showing Egon in the gloves, which is weird. I never think of them as wearing those like, the
No.
black
But they do.
rubber gloves. They do, sure.
Something
I
about
don't-
this figure that just seemed off to me, and I think it's just like the tailoring of the jumpsuit.
Maybe
If you can call it tailoring of
know-
the jumpsuit, because it's plastic. But
yeah, like the sculpt, and then obviously they did the glasses as a separate piece, so they're like a little
Yeah.
too thick. Not
Sure.
too bad. Yeah, I do wonder if down the line I'll get these, if they'll somehow make them more affordable, or I don't even know
they
what.
cut the ghost
but
out, and then they're immediately affordable.
Yeah, I mean you can
But
order.
No,
I
they're
don't know
even
if
less
he's up there
affordable.
right
They get
now.
$100. I don't know. Peter's sold
Not a
out
good
with the
value.
ghost, so
Well, yeah, you got to get that because look at the exclusive. You get a whole other head for
He's
the
terrifying.
Boogeyman. That's wild.
Right.
It's wild. It's just sad that they have to cost so much. Like even cutting that price in half, like $50. That's good. I mean, paying more than $50 for a single action figure is really pushing it. I mean, we're gonna see with
Right.
Spider-Man. I mean, in a year they're still doing Maximum Marvel Legends. Is that gonna be up to 60? I mean, I don't know.
Sure.
Wait for that Walmart sale, but it makes me a little sad.
Cool.
Something that makes me happy is we're already seeing product stuff for Superman. And this is a fun toy. You talked about this before, how you hate these. The
I do.
helicopter toys. They just
Yes.
stick a helicopter blade into whatever. In this case, it's
Right.
Crypto. And you can just make him fly. He just flies. Can your dog fly? Can Winnie fly? You throw her up in the air?
No.
Come on, throw your dog up in the air.
Never. She's asleep. She's a baby.
Is this ear like soft? Like it looks like fabric, but in the actual box it doesn't. So I don't know. It just looks
No, I
weird
don't
there.
know. It's like
But this is David Corden suite or whatever. Superman. It looks like Superman. I don't know. They all look the
it
same.
just looks like the packaging from the Superman that Brandon Routh Superman. Like it's always the
Yes.
same pose. It's
yes,
always the same
it
pose.
really does.
Superman
It
just
really
flying
does.
right at you.
But I mean, what more can you do?
I mean, I
It's
don't
funny.
know.
I
Give
can't
me,
think.
give
I
me a
can't think of the
different pose.
packaging for like the Henry Cavill Supermans. Did they not do like a kids line Because I can't even picture it.
God,
It was
I gotta
too
say
dark
they
for
did.
kids.
I gotta say
It was too
they
dark
did,
for kids.
and
Yeah,
basic.
probably.
I think it was just the emblem at that point, the S.
Oh, whatever.
But
I have a ton
I hate
of those
toys.
Brandon Routh Supermans because they did a contest on the internet,
Yeah.
and I figured out if you jumped on there right at midnight and like did it really quick, you would win. So I won like the little flinger toys that are made of rubber, and I have like just the regular figure, and I won like DVDs and stuff. Like I was winning all of it. I was rolling in Superman merch. We were talking about this. The new Batman set from McFarlane is out. Let me see if I can find the group photo.
The new one from this week? I don't even.
There it is. All right. So this set has Batman Begins Batman, Scarecrow, the Nightmare Batman, but then also Batman 89, which is the first time the 89 Batman is getting a single card. He was also available with the Batmobile, which is the version I have. This version is a little different because you can extend his wings or his cape to look like wings. And we were looking at this photo and we're like, is he just holding sticks?
Yes.
To get the glider effect? And sure enough, I found a photo where that is what he does in the movie. He's like holding these batons.
Right. My little
but it looks silly.
90s brain didn't make any sense of that with TV
so
technology where it was. You just couldn't tell.
Right. No,
I remember.
No way. There was no way.
This is funny because it's a funny story about this particular. Because obviously costuming wasn't where it was at. So in like '92, I wanted this look as Batman. This is what I wanted, which is very funny.
For Halloween.
For Halloween, I wanted the cape to do that in the worst way. And I asked my aunt because she was like going to tailor the costume, and I ended up getting like a fabric cowl with like the fabric covering to the eyes, the mask, yeah. And they were like, "You can't make that happen with the cape." And I just remember at the Boy Scout costume contest being made fun of by one of the older scouts, and I was like, "Oh."
Did you try and it didn't work, or what happened?
No, it just never happened. I just looked weird like Batman because it was like the cowl was just a fabric, almost kind of like the Adam West cowl, and the ears were like fabric too, so they were like floppy.
I'd like to see this. Do you have a photo?
I'm sure there's a photo that exists.
Burn
no,
them all.
Of course not.
I'll just ask AI to make it for me.
Fair.
Well, that can't be much worse. When I, like, the night of Halloween, told my mom I want to be a Power Ranger, and she's like, "Well, I have a blue shirt." And I was like, "I do not want to be the blue Power Ranger. I want to be the green one." Yeah. And the best we could do is I had the Jason mask, the hockey mask, and I just got a green marker, and I painted it with a marker. And it looked ridiculous.
It was when I rolled up the best. Your best story with the jealousy was when I rolled up with the mask, and you were like, "What?"
Yeah, the Jim Carrey,
the Jim Carrey mask. Yeah. Yes,
but you had the yellow suit. No, you had like a real
I had the gangster suit.
Like
the gangster suit,
actual suit.
You had the yellow. You had the yellow suit. Right.
I had the cheap plastic, but you wanted what I had.
I wanted the yellow look. I wanted the yellow look with the fedora.
That's the known look. But you had like an actual suit, like off the rack.
Right. My parents.
I just had the cheap
suit.
Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no. With yellow was iconic. You had to have that.
You did.
And there's Turtle Snackles, but I think that's all you can say about that.
Okay.
Snackles just will sell out to anybody. Turtles will sell out to anybody. Jesus Christ, Turtles.
What did you have? Some Fugglers too?
But I couldn't find a picture of them on Blue Sky. They're doing Fugglers for Lord of the Rings. Fugglers coming back with a vengeance. Like, we got Turtles, not Snacklers. We'll combine the two of them.
Yeah.
Fugglers. I got a couple of Turtle Fugglers for Christmas. They're doing Lord of the Rings Fugglers. I think SpongeBob. There was something else. They're. I like that they have like realistic teeth. That's my favorite part.
That's my least favorite part.
The other part, I'm just like, what are these? They're so bizarre. But if you like bizarre shit, there you go.
Fugglers.
All right, Bill. Anything else for this big week?
I wish I did have something. I don't.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a full show.
I don't wish you
a full
any more.
show.
It was a full. That's what I'm saying. We don't need more.
Plenty
That's
to talk
enough.
about.
Oh, very quickly. At my Target, somebody returned this Batgirl from the McFarlane Batman the animated series line, the Build-A-Figure line, and they left a little sticky note on there, and it says number 4 return/sell worst paint plus box. So it's like this person must be a seller or something, and they thought that this was the worst one they got. Like they got multiple.
Oh,
doesn't look that bad. I don't know.
Who are these
better than
psychotic
this?
people?
It's just so funny
Number
they forgot
4?
to remove it, and then no one
Oh
at Target
my.
took it off either. Number 4, you have 4 Batgirls. You order a
You
case.
got 4,
I don't
and
know.
then this is the. Oh my god!
This is the worst one. Send it back.
Right. Well, you got your one to open, one to keep in the package, and one
That's
just because.
right.
What happens to that
Just
fourth
because,
one?
just in case it goes back, or you
Goes
sell
back.
it.
Yeah.
So clearly they couldn't sell it. They returned
that's
it.
craziness.
There
Wow.
you go. That's how it happens. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.